welcome back to Kruse Control. It is Wednesday, October 18th, 2023. Welcome to Kruse Control, the home of entertainment news. I am your host, as always, Brian Kruse. Welcome back, everybody. Happy hump day. Humping it up. Hump it up. I don't know, hump it up. But anyways, joining me back, as always, is my lovely co-host, Miss Sabrina Vittori. Sabrina, welcome back to Kruse Control. How you doing tonight?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
Good. I don't know if the intro started playing again or not. I'm not really sure if anybody saw that. So if they saw that, let us know so we can kind of know what's going on. But how's your hump day been?
Good. Busy. Slightly less prepared than normal. So go easy on me. I had a really busy day at work today, but I'm glad to be here for my second job. Hi, Queen. Hi, GR. Hi, David. Hi, Ryan.
Hey, David Banner. Welcome back to Kruse Control.
My peeps in the chat.
Hey, everybody. Welcome. Thanks for joining us today. Sorry for the slight delay. You know, we've been just kind of still having some technical little things. But it's going good, though. It's going a lot better than it normally is. But also joining us back on Kruse Control, the man, the resident intellectual himself, Mr. Mike Casey. Mike, welcome back to Kruse Control. How you doing tonight?
You know, I could resist the urge is to resist this label that you keep putting on me, Brian, but you're persistent, so I think I just got to roll over and take it. Hi, guys. Hey, everybody in the chat. I'm happy to see you guys all here. I noticed something. I noticed we all have our mugs today. Can we do a synchronized synchro sip here? If we do a countdown, like a 3, 2, 1.
We got to be on a 4 shot, though. Hold on.
Wait. We don't know who else is here yet, Mike.
We're not on the 4 shot. I was looking at the wrong screen.
It's a surprise, Mike.
Oh, sorry.
It's a surprise.
Oh, right.
And
Diva, our resident Diva.
Control. It wouldn't be a hump day if Sean wasn't here. Mr. Sean Sutherland, everybody. Welcome back to Kruse Control, man. How you doing?
Oh, my God. It's so lovely to be back. Hello, all my adoring public. It's Mr. Big Head himself. I am here. Sorry for the delay. I was making myself a little something drink on a Wednesday night. It's Wednesday night. It's hump day. It's got to be the Kruse Control. So happy to be here.
Yeah, happy to have you back. It's happy hump day, as always. It's just going to be, priorities are great. But also joining us back on Kruse Control, everybody. We got one more person here. Of course, you know him, you love him. You probably know he's here because he's been popping in quite a bit. But everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control. Peppy, everybody. Pep Star himself is here. Welcome back to Kruse Control, Pep Star.
Happy hump day, everybody. You know the Pep Star loves him some hump day.
Where you at, Pepe?
And did you hear? Clooney is talking to SAG-AFTRA in order to try to get a deal. Here's one for you guys. TPT says there's a $480 million gap. What? Who's doing your math?
You there?
Come on, guys. We're only asking for 57 cents per subscriber.
Yeah, no, 57 cents.
Nobody wants this thing to go on and on and on.
Right.
Everybody wants a deal. AMTPT. Come to the table with a fair deal. You guys are killing me. I'll have more on that on Friday as I go back out into the field. I can't wait, boy, oh boy, I can't wait to get back out there. Hey, Sean. Hey, Mike. Let's get into this.
Thanks, Peps. Thanks so much, man. Yeah,
Very passionate. He's very passionate.
But yeah, Peppy's really excited about it. He's ready to get back in the field. He's going to be out there this week. Going back, there's a big picket tomorrow he's going to go to. So yeah, Pep Star, he's here with us. He'll be popping in every once in a while. But Mike, what was that about a cheers? I think there was a cheers, right?
I said to the people in the chat, to Kruse Control.
People in the chat.
I don't know if you got a name for yourselves yet, but to you guys.
Ooh.
Hey. Yeah, thank you for all being here tonight. And honestly, we're having a great hump day, hopefully. Yeah, it's hump day. We always have a great time on here on a Wednesday. But it wouldn't be a hump day. It wouldn't be a day on Kruse Control if there wasn't some breaking news. Come on. All right, the very first thing I want to dive right into is I want to talk about Showtime for a second, because Showtime boxing is coming to an end. Now, if you're a fan of this, you know what? I feel like our show is already haunted, everybody. I feel like it's already haunted.
Ryan said there was an 8-second delay after the Peppy segment. So
an 8-second delay?
That's what Ryan said.
Wow, that's a big delay. Again, our servers are in Israel, so they're having some issues. Hopefully it gets worked out here in the next,
sorry guys.
for everybody out there, but apologies for the delay there. But yeah, Showtime, everybody. Showtime Boxing is coming to an end. Now it's right. They've been doing it for 38 years. They've been working on Showtime Boxing for the network itself, which is insane. 2,000 bouts. Been on there for a long time, but Showtime is clenching it, coming to an end, downsizing, they say, just like HBO did just a few years back. So they're getting out of the boxing world and they're moving on. And of course, Showtime's changed a lot in the past year since they changed their CEO out, and the new CEO, Chris McCarthy, is just pushing things, changing things, and just moving things forward because he's like, it's a different company, it's a different day, it's a different world. So Showtime's going away. And LA is also having a lot of problems right now with their film department. Of course, films aren't shooting, productions aren't moving forward because of the strikes going on, and it's plummeted 41% since last year in productions in Los Angeles. So it's a pretty big dip this year, but of course, again, we have strike. So with the strike, these things are going to happen. It's not going to just work itself out, just not going to happen. So hopefully the strike gets itself figured out, we get back to work, and all this gets done, because to me, I'm like, this is driving me nuts that we're still talking about this, and it's driving everybody nuts. You want to actually get back to work. And, they're battling for fair wages. We want fair wages. We want to deal with the AI thing, because not everybody's Tom Cruise who has the AI thing worked out in his contract. We're not all like that, but Tom Cruise himself has a clause in his contract that says you cannot use his likeness anywhere else. He just can't do it. That's what Tom Cruise says. And he's been having that in his contract for a long time. All these big actors like The Rock has it, Uma Thurman has it. There's a lot of actors that do this, and so they can't just use their likeness when they're protected from AI already. But the bigwigs, the boxers on strike too. I don't think they are. But the thing is, the bigwigs, like the big actors out there, they always get these deals wherever they want in their contracts, and the little guys don't. And then the producers give it to them, but they will not give it to the little guy. But they need to now, because if they don't, we're not going to have actors like we always had. And AI is a big issue, and it's really embarrassing if you ask me. Just as embarrassing as Willow star Warwick Davis said about the whole franchise being pulled in Disney Plus, because we know that happened. We talked about it before. People are reaching out to him all the time, being like, Warwick, where the hell can we watch Willow now? There's this whole movement about Willow, bring Willow to TV, and then it worked out, and they came back, and he was so excited, and it didn't do well. And of course, Disney Plus, they wrote the whole thing off. They talked about before they were going to wrote the whole thing off, and then they took that tax break and they put it in the vault and probably never see it again. And he's bummed about it. He just has this hashtag embarrassing. He keeps telling everybody, which, to me, because everybody wants to see it, and it's got to be embarrassing. Your project's just scrapped. And it also must be embarrassing if your wife keeps talking about you all over the news, like Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith, because she just keeps talking and talking and talking about it, being like, we're going through this divorce. Will Smith won't say shit a lot of times. He put a little video out today where he was just like I'm going to address this, and then it showed a montage of AI created backgrounds. I don't know what he was trying to do. Pitches show where he travels the world maybe right now. A lot of people didn't watch or like Willow. So, it's unfortunate for them. But Will Smith is dealing with his wife, and of course she says she still loves him. They never plan on getting divorced, and they're trying to work it out. And she said they were doing so much better after Slap-Again. I'm like, then why do you talk about it? Why you talk about divorce then? Why even put this out there? Because you're trying to sell your book that's coming out. That's why, because that's what people do. Harry and Meghan. Same thing. It's the same freaking thing, Mike. And, this drama just keeps moving forward all the time. Just like the drama from Community with Chevy Chase. But Chevy Chase apparently was out there blasting everybody, saying, he just didn't like to be around anybody. He liked to be by himself. Everybody said, those people, it was just too much for me. And he said, I just didn't like it. I had a great time. And, of course, he was fired for saying racial slurs on set. And even, it came down to Glover was he just come on set and be like, people think you're funnier than me because you're black. That's not a thing you really say on set. And he would say even worse things like that. And then eventually he got fired. And Joel McHale came out and said, you know what? Hey, man, no one was keeping you there. He said, it wasn't like we were sentenced to that show. And then he said, you could just left anytime you want to, but never wanted to left. He's like, that's Chevy being Chevy. And it just to me, I'm like, you were on a hit show for a long time. And then you've been doing this forever. How do you not understand how to deal with life and how to be on set? I don't get it. They knew what they were doing, but he didn't know what he was doing. And you've been on set for that long. How do you not understand that ramifications come for your actions? Just like Alec Baldwin's getting ramifications for his actions on Rust. And to me, we've talked about this so many times over and over again, but there's more charges maybe being filed against him for manslaughter. And that is something we talked about last week, but now it actually came out. The prosecution said, okay, now we're going to go to a grand jury and we're going to have them actually decide if we're going to take him back to charge him again for manslaughter in Mexico. New Mexico. So, and of course, Hutchins died on October 21st, and the director also was injured during that. We've gone back and forth about this. Did he pull a trigger, not pull a trigger? Well, apparently forensics says that the trigger was pulled, so he's lying that he said he didn't pull the trigger. And also they said they're taking him there because of the, they were talking about how the contracts were going through the contracts, trying to see if he could actually benefit financially from everything. Well, apparently he could. And that's part of the reason why they're refiling too. And he was part of the people that made the decision to stop paying her for training. But it's a lot of legalese. We're going to find out what happens. They also said it's like rule number 1, you don't point a gun. Prosecutor says don't point a gun at someone else, and they tend to shoot them. But I mean, you're an actor on set, so it's just a lot. I know it's just dumb. Well, Jada should do a remake of War of the Roses. Oh yeah, Will and Jada, War of the Roses. I could see that. But yeah, a lot of breaking news going on today, and we're starting a new thing here, everybody. You know what? And for me, it's a lot to go through. So I want everybody to have a moment to be able to talk about everything going on, the big stuff in the news today, and that's why we're doing something different, and we're just kind of working out the kinks in here. But this is what I like to call everybody hot takes. Let's do it. All right, it's time for some hot takes. Everybody, it's time for some hot takes. And so I want to go through everybody and give them a chance, give them a minute to talk about everything. See if you can remember everything we just went through, all those topics, and you tell me what you think about it. We're going to go through, we're going to have a discussion about it. You get a minute, that's all you get. On the hot takes, that's all you get. So I'm going to start. Who am I start with today? It's not going to be Sabrina because Sabrina says she's always starting. So
you start with me every time.
I know I've been doing that. So I'm going to start with Sean. I'm going to start with Sean Sutherland, everybody. Sean, I need those hot takes. Tell me everything you think about all these topics, good, bad, ugly, all of that. I'll let you get into it for a minute. You ready?
Okay.
Ready for this, Sean?
Yep.
Here we go. And go.
Okay, where's the bomb? Am I going to see the bomb on the screen? There it is. Shit. Okay. Showtime shutting down sports division. It's always sad when things get shut down. Is that a Brian Gumble thing or is that real? Anywho, that's sad.
I like it.
LA productions plummet 41%. Maybe they're going to be left with the good movies and the good shows. Obviously, that's okay if there's less crap coming out. No, and of course it sucks. Pay the fucking actors, pay everybody involved, and get back to work, everybody. Tom Cruise's AI clause. I doubt this was actually an AI clause. I could totally see it being a reflex to just shitty over merchandising. The Schumacher years of Batman makes me think about that. Willow, didn't watch it. Skip that one. Jada thinks Will needs someone to take care of him. Probably. Joel McHale first back at Chevy Chase. Fuck Chevy Chase. Like Joel McHale. Grand jury contemplates charge alcohol manslaughter. If he did it, he did it. He'll probably get off. But get all the information. Okay, that was pretty good. I think I nailed it.
That was good, man. You hit them all.
That was good timing.
That was really good timing. Yeah, hot takes, everybody. That was Sean's hot take. Oh, breaking news happening today. And now we got to go to, let's go to Mike next. Mike, I want your hot take on all the breaking news today. Are you ready? Are you amped? Are you ready to get into this?
I'm ready, Brian.
Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, hot takes. Get it.
I'm not ready, and a minute never seemed longer than the last time we did this. Showtime shutting down, I don't watch boxing. I do gamble, though. If any of you guys want to throw down money on shit, I don't care. It doesn't, hold any appeal to me, and I want things to be interesting, so I'm throwing money at it. Come to me with hot bets, people. I'm about it. Your take on maybe the good movies will be left in LA with this production drop? That's great, Sean. Let's hope that's true. Tom Cruise, LA. Tom Cruise, AI, not LA. Moose, you had you and Tom Cruise's picture next to each other? I was getting a little confused. I was like, is the guy on the left or on the right? I think it's the haircut. Willow removal, yeah, it's embarrassing. They didn't just cancel the show. They removed him from the timeline. Why? You already had you have the show and it's done. Jada Smith, maybe they ought to start calling her.
Mike, you had a gambling rant that took you off the clock.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to eat up money or eat up time at the top.
You always eat up time at the bottom.
What did you want to call Jada Smith?
Shada Smith.
Okay.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
After that one, yeah.
Yeah, that whole thing is just like, yeah, it's just it's not gonna end. It's not gonna end. I don't think.
Hi,
We're gonna keep
Goldie.
doing more. Hey, Goldie, welcome. What's at the bottom? That's our hot takes, Goldie. Now it's time for Sabrina's hot takes. So get ready, Goldie. Sabrina, are you ready? Are you ready? Yeah, here we go though. Go in 3, 2, 1. Hot take.
Okay, so Showtime boxing. Unfortunately, I don't really give a fuck because boxing is not my sport. I don't like people endlessly beating each other up for no fucking reason. Productions dropped by 41%. We had a writer strike followed by an actor strike. And also to answer Queen Glamazona, the writers came to a resolution first because they went to the table first. So until they resolved with the writers, they couldn't move on to the actors. AI, Tom Cruise, obviously huge stars are going to have that in their contract. Unfortunately, it doesn't really help out the little person, which is, most people in SAG, unfortunately. Willow, I didn't like the movie. I'm sorry, that's probably not popular, but I certainly didn't watch the show. It is shitty that they pulled it though, and they pulled it because they don't want to pay residuals because they're assholes. So I'm not for that tactic. However, I'm not really a Willow person, so whatever. Jada and Will Smith, I've had enough of these two. I don't understand. She's on fucking Hoda Kotb talking about how they've been divorced for years. Whatever, fuck you, Chevy Chase, stop being racist. And Alice Baldwin, man, I don't know if you chose not to train her. That's on you, bro. But also, you're an actor. That's it. Like I don't know what to tell you. That's a stupid thing for the judge to say.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying too. The actor, the whole thing is like, oh well, he's an actor rehearsing a scene. The number one.
For you to say you shouldn't point your gun at anyone, like it's not like we're in the real world and like at fucking McDonald's. Oh, you know what I mean? Like you're an actor. It's a fucking scene. That's what you're going to do in the scene.
Yeah. All make believe, right? Come on.
Yeah.
It should have been, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
It's just unfortunate because someone did lose their life and they're really going after him. Boom, Goldie. Boom goes the dynamite. But yeah, so it's a lot of news, a lot of breaking news. And of course, I love the hot takes. I'm having a fun time. I hope all you are out there too. We're trying to have a good time during the show. Try some new things. Those are hot takes. But now we got to get into our main discussion. So everybody, come on. Okay. Let's get into it. Let's do this.
That's new.
All right, time to get into it. And that's what I like to say. We're going to get into it. So the first thing I want to talk about, and I was probably haunted, so it's going to start again.
Oh, what the fuck?
I knew it was going to start again. The shows are being a little haunted here at the servers. But anyways, the very first thing I want to discuss today is Gargoyles, because I mean, why not? I heard this came out, and I'm like, okay, everybody, Gargoyles, the cartoon, is going to become a series. And it's like, of course, it's something I could see them doing. This thing went for like 78 episodes, so that's a pretty long time. And it was on Disney Plus now. The whole thing's going to be developed for Disney Plus, a live action version. Of course, these are gargoyles that are brought to New York, and then they're on top of New York, I think Empire State Building or some shit. And then they come to life and they want to save New York, and they become like Batman pretty much out there saving the world, and they're gargoyles and they become gargoyles again at night, and then they, whatever. But it's gonna be done by the same house that actually James Wan created and the production company. He's not a part of it apparently, but his producing buddy is. They'll be like show running it and doing the whole production and actually executive producing it and putting it together. So it could be interesting. I like the idea of it. I think it could be fun live action. It was a fun cartoon when I was a kid. It's a long time ago, but to me, it's like also one of those things that are like scraping the bottom of the barrel to try to make something work. But Atomic Monster, the production company, is doing this. And, it might be good, it might be bad. But this ran from 1994 to 1997. And I think that it's a big deal for, fans of our kids of the show. They might be very excited to see a Gargoyles live action show. And I'm guessing not all of us are going to love it. Pepe had the bomb. When does Pepe get a bomb thing? Oh, he didn't. He wasn't ready today for that.
He had one on Friday. I answered that in the chat.
It was too much pressure, Goldie, for him today. That's too much pressure. Pepe's had a long day. But Mike, what do you think about this? Do you think it's a good idea to do a Gargoyles live action TV series for Disney Plus? Or do you think this is a bad idea and they should just leave it in the animated world and not bring this shit back to anywhere?
I've never watched one episode of this show.
You're missing out.
There's a lot of people that have a lot of love for it. What's
love.
The guy's name? The guy that created the Batman animated series. He did not have love for it. He said the only reason people care about it is some misplaced sense of nostalgia for the trash of their youth. Like I don't know I don't have the exact quote here, but it was that. It was that harsh. I don't know if it's gonna be live action. Get some cool CG in there. I mean, gargoyles look pretty goddamn cool in CG, I think. I don't know. This show, I wasn't a real big fan of the Disney animation of the mid 90s. You know, and I don't, did this air on ABC, or did I have to be over at a friend's house that had access to the Disney Channel to be able to watch it?
That's, yep, you had to have that friend access on Disney Channel.
I didn't have the friends. That was my problem.
Hey man, you could have came over to my house, watched Gargoyles. Could have done it. You could have called up the Pep Star. He might have been able to watch it with you. I don't know.
We'll get out your VHS tapes.
Yeah, I mean, it's for some people. Sean, what do you think? Are you excited about Gargoyles at all? We thought this was a good idea. Are you shaking your head no over there?
I am so excited about Gargoyles. Of all of the 90s, mid-level cartoons to come out, making Street Sharks live action would probably be way too expensive. The prosthetics alone are going to be ridiculous. Gargoyles, I don't know how the hell they're going to get Brooklyn's nose. If you got a picture of Brooklyn, here's where you'd put it in there. But, just he's, you can't see him in there. Damn. Anywho, no, I like this. This was honestly this was right in my wheelhouse as a kid. Like, came home and watched this. There he is. Look at that schnoz. Ed Asner. I'm moving my mouse, like you guys can see my mouse. Ed Asner is the old gargoyle, so that's going to be great. Let's get Ed Asner in there. Give him the Grand Moff Tarkin treatment.
He's still with us?
I think he passed on.
He's absolutely dead. He's absolutely dead. But no, I think this is good IP. If done faithfully, I think it could be a lot of fun. These transitions in live action typically do not work and don't do well. But I think there's a good enough kind of like cult status associated with Gargoyles and the fans. I mean, they keep pumping out like really good like collector level figures and statues of these guys, and I'm excited to see what they do with it for sure.
Yeah,
it was a well-written show. Yes.
Yeah. The voice cast was mostly Star Trek actors too. That's very interesting as well.
There you go.
It was a fun cartoon. I mean, like I said, 78 episodes, did really well for them. It was very adult themed, I would say, for kids too, for a kids cartoon.
Yeah. Oh, back when 3 seasons was 78 episodes.
It's a lot, Mike. That's the way it used to be. They used to pump that stuff out back in the day. Nowadays, it's like, they don't make episodes like that anymore. But the animation was just like, get the content out. And it was great stuff. So I think it could translate. I think it could translate very well. I'm excited to see. Favorite character. Yeah. Queen, I'm happy you love this too, because it was a good show. I'm not sure if Sabrina's going to talk about this with much love, I don't think. But Sabrina, what do you think about Gargoyles coming out and a live action version of this Disney classic? What do you think about this?
I'll tell you what I think about you making my decisions for me, and I don't like it. I honestly, to be fair, Brian, you were 100% right. But after reading all this stuff in the chat and listening to Mike and Sean talk about it, I am kind of into it. They were all named after a borough of New York. Fuck yes, please and thank you. That's awesome. So I'm super into that. Queen said it was kind of like Ninja Turtles with gargoyles. I fucking loved Ninja Turtles when I was growing up. So I don't know. I'm feeling good about it. Ed Asner was mentioned. I'm in. I'm fucking in. Shocking to everybody, especially Brian. I'm in.
I wish.
I do like the fact that season 2 was 52 episodes compared to season 1 and 3 both having 13. Like, they're just like, fuck it, we got nothing else going on. Let's just put a bunch of gargoyles on there.
That's like One Piece, like the original anime of what's it called, manga or whatever.
Manga.
I don't know what it's called. Yeah. So the original, like every season, like thank you, manga. I'm sorry, I knew I'd fuck it up. Like some seasons were like 100 and something episodes, and some seasons were like 13 episodes. It was like so bizarre. I'm like, how did this? And it like every season, there was like no pattern. I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Over 1,000 episodes, but like some seasons, like I said, 13, and other ones were over 100. It was insane. Like I don't know how they figured that out.
You wish what? On Laserdisc.
I wish I had the time. Yeah, you would need it.
To watch all those.
The real estate.
God.
It's a lot of time. It's a lot of time to rewatch those.
I would love to rewatch it. I'm sure a lot of it doesn't hold up anymore. Like all the the subtle sexual tension between a gargoyle and a man and a woman, the woman cop detective. I'm sure none of that really worked.
I'm guessing that is Demona. Is she the woman cop detective?
Demona was the love interest that is a gargoyle.
Oh.
The one that wasn't the gargoyle is, what is her name? I forgot her name. Eliza, I believe. Anywho, yeah.
Eliza and Peggy. Hamilton reference, sorry.
Overall, though, I mean, it was a fun cartoon, and then people have been talking about it online that it's going to be great. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I think that it is a good concept, and I think for a live-action version, I think people might love it. They might love it. What you laugh about over there, Sabrina?
He's at a blender for that picture you had with like the streamer. He said it's at a blender.
That was the reference. Now I got it.
I didn't know either. I was like, what is he talking about? And then I was like, oh, I get it. The comments are a little delayed, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, something weird. I mean, I think we're just having some technical weird shit out there, but yeah, Gargoyles is coming, everybody. If you're excited about it, you hate it, you love it, it's coming. I think we're all pretty excited about it. It could be fun, and I think that it's a good thing for Disney to be making. And then you're getting, a really good, kind of horror-based production company coming in, thriller. So it'll be interesting to see how they actually capture it and make this come to life. I'm also very interested about Napoleon, because a new trailer came out for Napoleon, and it's one of those things. Remember, Joaquin Phoenix was talking about how he was like not sure how he could play this part, and then him and Ridley Scott sat down and they had like a whole meeting about it, and they had like a 2-week thing to work it out, figure it out, and make this happen. And before production began, like just doing them one-on-one sessions to work it out. And I like the first trailer a lot. I'm excited to see where it's gonna go. There's a 4-hour cut. We talked about that before. The 4-hour cut's coming to Apple TV after it goes to theaters. So to me, I want to see how it goes. This is the first time that Scott's worked with Apple TV and Apple Studios, so hopefully it's something that becomes a big thing for him. But honestly, I love Joaquin Phoenix. He always gives a fucking 110%, and he's always 100% in what he's doing. It reminds me a little bit of Gladiator stuff I've seen a little bit, which is a good fucking presence to have on screen. So
playing
together. Yeah, you're right. Really, it's 100%, Mike. You're right. But let's watch the trailer and see what we think about it, and then we'll react to it. So here's the trailer for Napoleon.
Ooh, I hear it this time.
General, we are discovered.
Okay, he's got the hat. I'm happy to see that.
Yeah.
Good.
You know the hat. The whole movie's about how he gets the hat.
Wait. Guys! It's a trap! Retreat!
Oh!
I'm not built like other men.
Generals gathered in their masses. Move along now.
Those in power only see me as a brute, unfit for higher office.
Just like witches at black masses.
But I follow in the footsteps of Alexander the Great and Caesar.
Evil minds that plot destruction.
If you look down, you'll see a surprise.
Oh.
Once you see it, you will always want it.
I like her.
Oh, she's talking about her.
I must warn you, I will not lead a second in command. I will win by fire. I am destined for greatness. I found the crown of France in the gutter and placed it atop my own head.
Ashes where the bodies burning.
You want to be great. You are nothing without me. Say it.
I believe I speak for all of us. We will all sleep again without this vermin.
Whose country are we in? Mine.
Napoleon. He looks like an epic Ridley Scott movie to me, really. I think it looks good. I honestly, I don't know. It's going to be a long movie. I think it's going to be visually amazing. I think that Joaquin Phoenix will be great. But I mean, do we need a movie about Napoleon? I don't know. It just, Mike, what do you think about this? Are you excited about this after watching the trailer, or do you think that you're kind of like, 4 hours? Don't need this?
Yeah, we need a movie about Napoleon. I'm not well versed enough about my French history. If you guys in the comments can educate me, all I know is that there was a point in time where the French dragged the hyper wealthy out into the streets and chopped their heads off. So in 2023, I'm sensing like, maybe there are some frustrations here that resonate. I don't know. Just saying. I don't know that I'm surprised that Chris isn't feeling it in the chat. I thought that looked incredible. I was having some gremlins, so I had to I was a little bit behind you guys, so I couldn't react in real time to it. But they were trying to get sexy. They had him with the laurels on his head.
Sexy for sure.
So he was doing the emperor thing again, like he's back in the old outfit as the king of everybody, and he looks like a badass. I actually am really interested in seeing this. This is legitimately the first time that I saw that trailer, and I'm all about it.
Yeah, and as Ty saying in the chat, he says period pieces are always dark, and that shit looks good. Yeah, some people were saying about the lighting. Some of the lighting was very dark.
David Banner said something about.
But I mean, like, it's Ridley Scott. It looks like he's back in form, and it looks like something that he did back in the '90s. And it's just, but it looks practical effects. It looks like there's a lot of horseplay in this, which is great.
I cannot.
The Oscar for
Literally
costumes.
cannot.
Oscar for costumes. Yeah, the set deck looks amazing. Everything. I mean, I think it's gonna be a big hit, and I don't know if I'll probably watch 4 hours at home. I might try it out. It's a lot. I think it'll probably be like a 3-hour cut in theaters somehow. I don't know how you're gonna cut it down.
If they give us an intermission, wouldn't that be fucking awesome? I would love
to be
in
sick.
the theater with a 15-minute intermission. I don't smoke cigarettes. I would go outside and smoke the hell out of some cigarettes with people during a movie intermission for 4 hours. It'd be great.
Sabrina, what do you think about this? Are you excited about this? Do you think that's going to be a great movie based off this trailer, or are you kind of torn?
I think Joaquin Phoenix is a spectacular actor, and I'm not really a history person per se, until Hamilton came into my life. But I'll definitely watch it. I don't know that I'll see it in the theater, but I will definitely watch it. I'm not watching no 4-hour fucking cut. I will give you that much. But I think
come on.
I think it's gonna be good. He's amazing. It's like, I think Napoleon was like a very small man with a belly, and like I just feel like Joaquin Phoenix is not like the perfect representation of him. I feel like it's more of like a Danny DeVito when he was younger situation. So that's like a little bit weird for me. But yes, Queen, he sure fucking did. Okay, and you're absolutely. I saw your earlier comment, but I was waiting until it was over. Wasn't Napoleon deposed and forced to leave France? Yes, he was. I think it was 1814. It was like Russia, Prussia, and some country with an A. Fucking fuck, I can't remember. No, not Argentina. Austria. And France, and they fucking convicted him. They sent him to exile, I think, on Elba, and I think by July or August or something in 1915, he was shipped off. So, yeah. It does underlit over what period pieces. I think Ty is correct answering that. David Banner, like it's definitely a stylistic choice by the DP, the cinematographer. But I think it looks good. So yeah, I'll watch it to answer your question in a very long roundabout way. He was trash. Oh, really quick. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He was trash, and he did have syphilis. So anytime you bring up Napoleon, someone in the chat is like, he had syphilis every fucking time. It's so great.
Joaquin Phoenix friend of the show, but Napoleon.
Walking in Phoenix.
Yeah, this guy was trash. What do you think, Sean? Are you stoked about this now after watching the new trailer? Are you excited to see some Napoleon by Joaquin Phoenix, or are you not sold?
No, I mean, it looks right up my alley. I like this kind of historical take or fiction, whatever, of real events like this. I think it could be really great. Ridley Scott looks, I definitely understand why you got the Gladiator vibes with Ridley Scott being involved with it. Honestly, this is just more ammunition in the I need to get Apple Plus or whatever the fuck it's called because of this
TV Plus.
And Apple TV Plus, whatever.
So you can see that hat, Sean.
I could see the hat. I could see that. I could see that spread scene and Killers of the Flower. That'd be great. That'd be just a great little Saturday morning. You know, it's a good way to spend 6 hours of your life watching the longest movies you've ever seen. But I'm with Mike. Like, give me an intermission. Give me something to do. I think I saw a review of Killers of the Flower Moon, and a gentleman was talking about how there was no slow time for him to go to the bathroom, so he just held it until he had to relieve himself in the theater. So
That's bad for your
it
health.
was good. And I know it is, but no, this looks great. I think it's pure Joaquin, and let's serve this up to me and big old popcorn. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's gonna. I think it's gonna be epic. It just looks like it's gonna be epic, and of course, these two together again, I think is a great dynamic. And I was listening to him, like people talking about Joker, like how crazy he was when he gets into these parts, like he's smashing walls and like falling down and just doing random shit that he wasn't supposed to be in the script. And I think Joaquin Phoenix always gives like 150%. He's just really in it. And I think, I mean, to play Napoleon, how do you play Napoleon? You know what I mean? Like everyone just hates Napoleon too. It's like a tough character to play, and if anybody can do it, I think he understands how to be that kind of, you know, tyrannical character and just
Brian,
destroy life.
He actually acquired syphilis when he was getting into character for this role.
I can see him do that.
Fuck you.
Wow,
It's a super commitment. I mean, sometimes you just got to go there, I guess, right?
Committed, dude. Committed actor.
I wouldn't go there. I think that's a bit too a step too far in a direction.
It's curable, dude. Like whenever.
Yeah, but Napoleon's coming. It's not that far away. Coming in November, everybody. So it's. I mean, I'm excited. We'll see. We'll see if it lives up to the hype. And it's Ridley Scott getting back on the saddle. He's also got Gladiator. You know, the prequel to Gladiator, actually the sequel to Gladiator coming too. So he's got that he's working on as well. As soon as he can start shooting again. But I guess we gotta wait till the actors get back to work again for that too to be finished. So you get this first, and your next one you get is Gladiator from him. And if you're a fan of Michael Mann, you get Heat 2 coming out too, because Michael Mann made the announcement that Heat 2 is his next project that he's moving forward with. Of course, it's going to take place, they said, before everything before the first one.
Question mark?
Well, before the first one, and it's a prequel, but it's also a sequel, he's saying. So you're going to see flashbacks, and you're also going to see the characters that lived at the end too, are going back and forth to different eras. So old and young versions of each character. And the thing is too, like who can play these parts? Like Adam Driver apparently is up to play De Niro's part as a younger part version because they worked together before, and him and Michael Mann. So the idea is maybe he'll bring him in, but he's not confirmed yet. Nothing's confirmed. Michael Mann has been on the press junkets talking about this because everyone can talk about their projects finally. And he's just saying, yeah, moving forward, they did a book. He wrote a book actually with Meg Gardner, and together it's this is based off of. It's the sequel book, and he said that experience was so good, had good people coming out there loving it, a lot of great reviews. So they decided to actually move forward and make this movie. So if you're a fan of the 1995 movie, you're probably so. It was a fucking cool movie. I mean, Val Kilmer, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, like a killer cast, and for like a cop drama action movie, it's just a great movie. So I don't know, it's been so long though. I'm surprised they waited so long to actually do this because it was a hit back then. Like, why not, do something when those actors were younger? But, that's what happens in Hollywood. You make something, you think it's going to be standalone, and then years go by and you're like, oh, hey, look what you make, money off. Well, you go back to Heat. That'll be great. We talk about all the time on here. But the biggest thing Michael Mann's saying is like the casting has to be right. And of course, it's tough to recast these people for these roles. But I'm interested in it. I'm definitely interested in it. I mean, the story, of course, is going to be one of those ones where it's like, people have an idea of what it should be like, and will that ruin that? Will that make it a bad product because people are like, they have these high hopes for it? That's always the problem with waiting so long to do a sequel like this. It was a big movie though back in the 90s. So can it live up? Can a sequel, prequel, whatever the hell it is, live up? I don't know. Sabrina, what do you think? Should Michael Mann be making this movie now after so long? I mean, to make Heat come back, or should he be as focused on a new project? No, we always talk about this. This was a pretty awesome project for a lot of people. So what do you think?
That's like doing a prequel sequel to fucking Goodfellas. Like, no, what is wrong with you? Why would you fuck with it? Just stop it. Stupid idiots. Like, fuck.
Be careful. I mean, Jesus fuck. Sabrina.
No, please. No, Martin Scorsese would never do that. He has a brain. So no. I don't know. It's a lot. I think it's stupid as fuck, and I wouldn't touch it personally. Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I don't understand why no one can just come up with fucking new things and do. The only thing you said that was remotely I don't know, I guess palatable for me is that fucking Adam Driver. It was probably a good choice to play a young Robert De Niro. But other than that, I think it can go fuck itself. So no, I'm a hard no on reusing this eye penis. Don't touch something that's fucking spectacular.
Don't touch this eye penis, you're saying, huh?
Don't touch the eye penis, please and thank you.
Hoo-ha! Hoo-ha!
Oh no, honey. Don't do that.
Sean, how about you? Are you saying leave the eye penis alone, or are you about this having a Heat sequel, prequel, whatever it's called, coming out? Heat 2.
I will only see this if the tagline or the subhead whatever of the movie is "Heat Too Hot." That's all I want to hear. That's exactly what I thought of immediately. And maybe they bring in some climate change experts. It could be like an Al Gore thing as well. It completely flips it on its head of what you expect a Heat movie to be. Like they're trying to steal all of the whatever's in the air that's killing us slowly.
Can I have one more condition, Sean, really quick?
Please,
Can Bruno Mars do the soundtrack?
Absolutely not. This is a Weird Al vehicle only. And I will not accept anything else. No, I am with Sabrina. You don't touch this, especially with
and MC Hammer
character. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yes, MC Hammer.
I'm sorry.
I don't see this as being necessary. I've said a lot of the same things for sequels and prequels, and have been surprised. So, again, Michael Mann, he's done good by me. Keep giving him movies, but I think Heat is its own thing. It doesn't need to be extended into this eye penis for sure.
I think if Weird Al made a song, though, and if there was a song from this movie called Heat, his song would be called Meat.
Meat.
There you go. Of course. Right? If it was Weird Al, Sabrina's got fireworks on that. She loved your response so much, Sean.
I like when people agree with me.
Out there. Mike, what do you think about?
I think I've noticed that, Sabrina. So I'll throw you a bone every once in a while.
Woo! Mike, is this Heat 2 for you, or is it not? Is it too hot, too cold? What do you think?
Yeah, if they take Sean's pitch and it's a global warming cautionary tale of we've gone past the line. Like, how do we? I don't know. So you guys got to tell me. When I think of male power, violent power fantasy kind of movies. Aside of thinking things like, I don't know, I think of Scarface, and I think of this movie, which does
they're redoing that too.
The same thing, yeah. But in kind of a romanticized, bank heisty way. I didn't see this movie until probably 3 months ago. I managed to be a 38-year-old man in America without ever seeing Heat, which I think is kind of astonishing, personally.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's weird because it's in 1995. Like, you watch it now, and it's one of those movies that it seems timeless. Like, it could have been made at any time. And it's one of those movies like Silence of the Lambs. Like, you go back and you just see how much in the cinematography and the story pacing has been influential in the years since. In terms of a sequel. Yeah, actually, I'm about it. I think I feel differently from you guys, particularly because the story itself started out with these characters that had all kinds of history, and they referenced it the whole time, and the whole movie was kind of predicated on you imagining what these guys' previous lives were like as, big time bank heist robber dudes.
Yeah.
So, I was sufficiently tantalized by the movie itself that I think that the idea has enough legs for me to go back and watch it, despite the fact that I'm only tangentially interested in Heat to begin with, aside from obviously the stellar cast, which they did a great job too.
It's been years since I've actually seen the original Heat, but you just watched it recently. So you said it still lives up. And so maybe, Mike, maybe they were listening to you. Maybe Michael Mann been listening to you. Have you read the book or heard about the book at all?
No. When did that come out? I saw that.
Yeah, I came out, I think, oh God, I have it somewhere here. Not that long ago, actually. I don't remember actually when it came out.
Al Pacino was coming fresh off the heels of Scent of a Woman in 1992. Hooah!
Hooah! Making it happen,
I just want to make that noise. I make that noise all the time in my daily life, so I thought it would be appropriate to do it here.
I think though, Mike, I think you're right. There's like a following because people freaking love the original, and then there's also this book came out, and so they have this grand scheme plan, and I think it's all these directors are just diving back into their past, like Ridley Scott did too. But and Val Kilmer, it was really good career as an actor. He was fucking awesome, and unfortunately with the throat cancer and everything else, and what happened with him, like that documentary he had for Amazon was so sad because he was a very talented person.
I cried the whole fucking
went
time.
through the ringer, and he always gave us all as different roles too, and I just, I liked him as Batman. I think he was a good Batman. People kind of go back and forth about that, but I think he was a good Batman.
Queen, boom.
Yeah, he played Batman. See, hey, right, Queen. I think he did a good job. But this is something that's what Michael Mann was saying. Hard to replace the cast if you're gonna have prequels. And he was in Top Gun. Yeah, Top Gun. He was great, Iceman. And it's like it's hard to replace these people, and that's what the big dilemma is every time you do something like this. How do you replace them? How do you make it right? How do you get the same actors to come back after so long too? It's a tough thing, and that's what they were doing with the X-Men franchise. They were worried about Halle Berry not coming back to the X-Men franchise, and this came out recently where Matthew Vaughn, and I love Matthew Vaughn, of course he did First Class, but he was actually hired on to do The Last Stand, and then he left because of this drama. He never talked about it till now, and I heard this and I was like, damn, this is some fucking hot gossip right here. Hot gossip here. But he said one of the main reasons that he left was because he said this was a true story, his own words. He said that Hollywood was very political. They're playing some kind of story that they always try to mess things up, get actors to sign contracts and then change things. So apparently they wrote another script for Last Stand where they wrote scenes that they gave Halle Berry because she was like one of the last people to sign on for the movie. And so they wrote all these scenes to entice her to come on. And the producers actually told him, like, he found the script, like, what's this? Like, don't worry about that. Like, we wrote that to get Halle Berry to sign on, but once she signs on, we're just going to scrap all that. We're not going to shoot that shit. That's not going to happen. We just want to get her on, sign the contract and then move on. And then shit happens. And he said it just like blew his mind to the point where he just quit. He left the job. He's like, I'm not going to do this. He goes, I just can't be involved in this kind of situation. And like the scenes themselves, it was like, I guess it was in Africa. She was saving some kids, and then she creates a storm and thunder, and it makes it rain. And, it was like a whole like that where it was supposed to entice her to come on and give Storm, because Storm was really sitting in the back seat in a lot of these movies. I think she still was in Last Stand. I can see as an actor being frustrated, but what do you do? It's part of how it goes. And it was a big franchise for her, but it's not right for the studio to do this kind of thing. It's really bullshit. And I'm happy Matthew Vaughn walked away. Of course, they still made The Last Stand. I didn't hate The Last Stand. It was okay. But it wasn't the most, the biggest X-Men movie that came out. But it's really a shitty story, Sabrina. Like, do you believe this happened? Do you think this is something that normally happens? Or just like a weird thing that happened at Fox at the time where they were just like really just playing games with their talent?
I mean, I think it's super fucked up and super fucking shitty. I unfortunately am not surprised because unfortunately that's the way things go in Hollywood, and everyone fucking lies to you all the fucking time. And it's so common that scripts change and scenes change and that, things shift in different directions that it's really easy to get away with something fucked up and shitty like that, honestly. I am very proud of him for walking away. Good for you, dude. Like, one of the honest people in Hollywood. Like, fucking kudos. I will work with you anytime. It's just, I mean, that's unconscionable if you ask me. I think it's pretty fucked. So I feel terrible that happened. I feel terrible. She's a spectacular fucking actress, by the way.
Yeah.
And to do that to anyone, like to do that to someone who you're, giving, I mean, I guess you wouldn't do it to a lower level person because you're trying to rope her in. But I don't know. I think it's really, really fucked up, and obviously not a good way to do business. But again, not surprised. So,
yeah. And David Banner said too, they gave her horrible lines in the first X-Men movie. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that happened with that Fox franchise.
And she's gorgeous. Look at all those pictures. Yeah. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, she's super gorgeous.
I mean, even in John Wick, like just this most recent John Wick, it's like she doesn't age. I need that time capsule, girl. Where you at? Hook me up.
Yeah, honestly, she's fucking great. There's also the swordfish moment out there. Everybody knows that. Swordfish was a big thing.
I can't even watch that because I just dream of her boobs every day for the rest of my life.
Swordfish, Sean.
Yeah, no shit.
Come
on.
No shit. I can't see it. I know I'll never unsee it. It'll just be my dreams every day.
That spot in your VHS tape. Did you, Sean?
What happens to a toad that gets hit by electricity?
Yeah.
The same thing that happens to everything else.
Yeah,
David Banner.
Talk about a character. She got such a bum rap on all of the X-Men movies. To be fair,
yeah,
true. Never really.
And this Catwoman too. Queen mentioned Catwoman. She also got a bad rap for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really disappointing because she never really got to kind of showcase what she can do and how talented she is as an actress. Like, yeah, I honestly, I really think it probably would have been better if she hadn't even appeared in Last Stand at all. Like just the way that it was handled. This is disappointing, but not surprising. Sabrina, there you go, 2 for 2. I agree with you. Yeah, like you got to give Halle Berry her time to shine. You got to give her something to actually sink her teeth into and remind us why she is Halle Berry. And we never got that shot in X-Men in any of them, as far as I'm concerned. So
maybe Deadpool will change that.
Yeah, because that's the thing. She's gonna be in
she's
Deadpool.
Back.
Oh yeah, she's back.
Everyone is in Deadpool according to the internet,
so hot.
So.
Look at that picture.
Everybody.
Goddamn, Halle Berry.
Yeah. If you were ever involved with the Fox universe at all, you're in Deadpool.
I'll be right back, you guys. I gotta work something out real quick.
But they also said, for the Deadpool thing that came out, there's been so many leaks with this too, that there was a whole word that the 818 universe, whatever, was going to be merging in. People and scoopers are going nuts about the 818 universe. Apparently that was just a big lie. Some person came out and said they made the whole thing up. So if you expected that to be an actual thing with Deadpool, it wasn't. I mean, that's just the whole Doctor Strange world from the Multiverse of Madness, that universe where people were saying it was being meshing in and you're going to get WandaVision in there, or you get Wanda from that universe. And that's all. It was all a lie. It was all a lie.
I think that Miss Minutes thing might be true, though.
Miss Minutes, I mean, guess it could be. We're going to talk a little bit about that in a second, though. But,
I'm sorry.
But Mike, what do you think about this? Are you surprised this went down? Are you shocked? Are you happy that Matthew Vaughn walked away? Are you like, it really wouldn't change anything? What do you think about this situation?
I think Sabrina's word that she used, unconscionable, like, how can you treat somebody like that? It's crazy. Kudos to Matthew Vaughn for calling it out. I don't know if it's just he's got enough distance for the project, or we've come far enough in our culture that we see that just ridiculous abuses like that should be shared so they don't happen to other people. That's crazy. One thing I wanted to mention, because we're talking about Halle Berry's career, and I'm thinking about Catwoman, right? And my thought is, because the trailer for Catwoman was interesting, and sometimes I think as an actor, you show up on set, you look at the script, you never really know what the vision of the person what the editing, what the director is, what it's all going to be. It's a collaborative art form. So on some level, you don't know what the product is going to be. So it's an act of faith, to put, if you're a Oscar level actress, putting yourself out there into something that they're pumping money into, and that's a piece of flaming trash. It's just something that is going to happen occasionally with these big budget movies. It's just it wasn't good for her career. We're saying in the chat, every one of you guys is saying, we all love Halle Berry. She's beautiful. Yeah. She can act like crazy. So it's sad to hear something like this would happen to her.
Yeah, it's super sad.
She deserved better. She did. Storm did get the short shrift in the X-Men movies. Totally.
Yeah, she totally got the shaft. I mean, and honestly, she's a big part of the comics, and she's a huge character. And I feel like she just got, she had a couple little moments, that Toad line, oh my God. Yeah, I just, David Banner, you're right about the stuff that happened. And I'm going to come out and say, and David Banner said he liked Catwoman.
I didn't hate Catwoman either, but I can't. I mean, how could you not like watching her run around in that fucking house? I mean, Jesus Christ. I don't know. I mean, I don't know who could be mad at that, honestly. It's not. Yeah, I don't know. It's not the greatest piece of cinema ever, but I certainly didn't hate it. I was I'm entertained. I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah, I mean, she did a great job. I mean, she's always did a great job. Doesn't matter, that's people always like to hate, and that's what happens. And Marvel always gets a lot of hate on things and love. They get both things around the world. But I want to talk about a little bit about Marvel moving forward, because these came out, some more updates, rumors, talk about what's happening, and these kind of make sense to me. Now, I want to talk about the TVA for a second, because I've been watching Loki. I know 2 episodes are out. Third one comes out tomorrow.
I can't wait.
And I can't wait to see it. It's really exciting. But this came out, these rumors about where they're going with everything. If you've been watching Loki, the timeline broke and all these different timelines are spreading off. And then the TVA is going there and trying to bomb them and kill all these people. And it's killing millions of people and millions of timelines. And the idea coming forward that I'm hearing is that it's going to be the TVA and Loki going in there to save people from each timeline and bring them to a new timeline, which is our MCU timeline. So like that's how they're going to actually bring everybody to the MCU. Like the Fantastic Four apparently is going to be in one of the timelines. And the TVA is going to go in there in their timeline. It's, you know, they're the only superheroes, they're celebrities like they're supposed to be in the comics. And then their whole world, Galactus, comes and destroys everything. And the TVA comes in and saves them and pulls them out because their timeline's getting destroyed anyways, and pulls them into the MCU to their own new world. And then that way we've never had, you know, the Fantastic Four here before. So now we have them. They're from that universe. And the same thing with Wolverine. The same thing too. They were talking about how Wolverine is, you know, this whole Deadpool thing and the X-Men, that they're there and their world's being destroyed. And so that's what's going to happen. They're going to bring them over to this new universe. And of course, that's why Battleworld happens. They're talking about, that's also why Secret Wars happens, because now we have everybody there and then a big battle comes forward. But that's the idea, is the TVA is this big thing. You see it in Loki already. They're talking about saving people. So to me, this kind of makes sense. And they're going to move forward to having this huge battle with Kang. And then the Secret Wars happen. Then all these people are there and they're meshed together for this brand new MCU universe, which is what everybody wants. That's why Wolverine's coming back. That's why everyone's coming in there. Miss Minutes is a fucking bitch. We know that. And, you know, and, you know, we're going to find out more about that too.
Hashtag fuck Miss Minutes.
But before we get deeper in that, one other thing that came out too was about Foggy. Everyone's like, what about Foggy and Daredevil? We know Daredevil's being rewritten.
What an unfortunate picture of Foggy.
I know. Well, he was fucking great in the show.
No, that one on the left is not a great picture. You should have picked something better. You're doing him dirty right now, bro.
Sorry, Foggy. But apparently, in the first episode of Daredevil Reborn, they kill him off. He dies. That's why he's not here. Apparently he dies in the first episode. That was the whole thing that came out. But they were scrapping everything. So who
did him dirty?
Yeah. So doing him dirty, but who knows if that would actually stick now, because they are rewriting everything. But this whole idea, though, you know, they want to make this all work, mesh together, work as one cohesive unit, bring these people in. To me, this makes sense if the TVA is bringing them in because their universes are being destroyed. And that kind of leads the way for all these people we haven't had before. But I'll go to Sean first. Sean, do you think this stuff is real? Do you think this makes sense with the TVA being this involved? Because we keep hearing they're involved with Deadpool a lot, and now they're saying they're going to be involved with Fantastic Four. You know, it's what do you think? Do you think this makes sense to you?
I think that at the moment, when you look at the current kind of stable of what's going on with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there really isn't another, guy behind the curtain aside from the TVA that could pull the strings like this. It might be a smart way to do this. I think that everyone wants to see all the characters come together, even though no one's going to be happy with anything because their character's probably going to get shortchanged. I just, it's just way too many fucking people, way too many contracts, way too many things to get wrong or not get perfect that the internet's going to get, their little rage boners about. And
Sean, we're very symbiotic tonight. I'm loving this.
You are.
Yeah, this is good. We're vibing. This is good. Let's just keep this rolling. There's nothing really else. We got a hint of what the Illuminati was in the last Doctor Strange. TVA.
Yeah, there was a comment about that.
It could be a way to kind of bring some other characters in. That was John Krasinski, Emily Blunt's husband. Right, Emily Blunt,
and then she was rumored to be
Emily Blunt's husband,
Storm too,
and Emily Blunt's sister is Stanley Tucci's wife.
No.
Fun fact.
Wait,
yeah, what do you think about them coming into the MCU that way, though, Sean?
I mean, I'd be okay with it. There's, it's funny. I'm going back and rereading the Ultimate line of comic books, which was in the early aughts, early 2000s, and it was basically a reinvention of the entire Marvel universe. It stripped away all of the continuity that had come for 40, 50 years, in some cases 60 years, in some cases of other costumed heroes, and it really kind of grounded them. It made them younger, made them a little bit more relatable, and old school comic fans hated it. But it helped usher in a new generation of people that cared about these stories and cared about these characters. So to me, I think if these characters are coming in to the MCU, they should be treated in a similar way. It shouldn't just be the old actors coming and reprising the roles. Say what you will about the Flash movie. We've already beat that dead horse to death. But, one of the things I really enjoyed is the fact that they gave homage to all these different variants of Superman, and we got to see Nick Cage finally. We got to give some love to the memory of George and Christopher Reeves. Like it was just a good way to do it. I want this to happen for the MCU. I just think it'd be a lot easier than trying to bring everybody in for what they previously were. Let Deadpool kill them all. And, hey, again, if the TVA is the one there's really no one else to kind of, go up against them at this point that's been introduced yet. But I think we're all in agreement. Denzel Washington should be the new Kang, right? There we go.
Yep, put that out there one more time. Denzel for King. Hashtag
Yes.
Denzel King.
Wait, hold on. Let me see if fireworks.
Fireworks.
I
Sabrina,
love it so much.
Sabrina, do you think these rumors make sense to you as you're watching Loki? Does this kind of make sense? Like, I know you and Sean seem to be agreeing a lot tonight. So do you think
I know it's a rare night. I'm feeling so excited right now.
Full moon, right?
Maybe I'm just in a really good mood. I don't know.
Okay.
I agree. No,
It's a
Sean,
hump day. Of
I'm
course you're in a
kidding,
good mood.
Sean. We're
Hump
very
day.
simpatico right now. Relax. I'm gonna send a PA to your trailer next week to get you out on time. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, okay. So no, I agree with Sean entirely. Which again, weird and amazing. I'm gonna do one more time to see if I can make the fireworks happen on the big screen. I want to learn how to do all of. Boo! Boo! Fine, I'll make this one happen. This one always works.
Does it do it with the middle finger too?
I don't know. Let's see what happens if I do this. This is not to anyone,
Nothing.
by the way. I love you guys. No, nothing. Okay,
It's got nothing for.
okay. That counted for no one. We don't know if they're gonna recast King. Honestly, like it's up in the air. I think about with his court case, but
Yeah.
he is in
Which happens next
Loki
week.
season 2. Yeah, so we'll kind of that's kind of a fly by the seat of your pants situation. Also, I'm down with Shang-Chi and Hercules joining the Avengers. Oh my God, Ryan Reynolds, I love you so much. So yeah, I think that's really like Shang-Chi would be great. And then also like Hercules is my boy, Roy fucking Kent. I love it. That would be amazing. Thank you, David Banner.
He's not coming.
Hey, shut it down. Don't fuck this up, Sean.
Jonathan Majors is kind of, we'll see what happens next week with this court case. And Marvel's not saying anything, Sabrina,
I do also agree with Queen though that this kind of what you were describing does sound like a little convoluted. Like I hope they can, as Sean says, tie it up in a nice little bun and then move on. And if they can, I'm here for it. So yeah, I mean Sean, like I said, shockingly enough, I agree with everything that you said, and yeah, I'm happy to be here for it. And also thank you for the John Krasinski, Emily Blunt pop culture situation. Loving it.
And there's even more like rabbit hole stuff they're talking about though. Like there's like a rumor that they're going to be taking just one superhero or one group from all these different worlds and bringing them over. And then that world becomes what essentially is Battle World. And that's why, Kang goes there to go take them all out. And there's that too. But the idea is that, all these universes will be wiped out. And at the end of the day, all the multiverses are going to be gone. And there'll be only one planet, one Earth, one universe left. And that will be all of our people. And that's why it will be in a reboot for the MCU in a lot of ways, because some people will be dead. New variants will be there. Jennifer Gardner's Elektra apparently is the one that's supposed to like come in to be Elektra again after Deadpool. That was a whole thing. Yeah, like she's going to be our Elektra now.
I love her. Fuck off.
Would she be in Daredevil then? That would be the question.
I had to.
She gets cast in Daredevil then for sure. We get that. It's going to be true. But then again, they were saying Daredevil was too much of a a lost show. It was too much a formulaic lost show, and they want more action. That's why they're rebooting that. So yeah, Crisis on Infinite Earth. It kind of sounds like that, David Banner. You're right.
I like the
Mike, what do you think about all this? Think this is a good route for them to go with the MCU? I mean, you've seen some Loki. You've been seeing what they've been doing with that. Do you think that makes sense in their whole universe right now? What they're kind of going in their path going forward with the MCU?
Oh, they did? I'm sorry. I read her comment and then out loud said, "Oh, they did." I did. Sean, we need you. Are you with your
What did they do in the comics already?
I mean, everything that he's describing. Like, is that true?
Oh, right.
Oh, right.
What in the comics? What are you talking about, Queen?
Where they made one Earth, and they destroyed all the multiverses.
Yeah, that's why I was pulling my copy
that's what you were doing?
of 2015's collected Secret Wars. there is
Look at you.
a lovely map of Battle World that I'm looking
sorry,
for
Mike.
that I've not been given enough time to find. But no, I don't believe that they're just going to one world, because the whole point of Battle World is that it was multiple worlds smushed together, creating a battle world.
Is that
where
a
different
technical
little
term?
kingdoms and fiefdoms existed. Again, the map is in here somewhere. I can't find it. But it's a wonderful little thing, and it would be great if I could see this and show you now, but I can't.
What? You can keep
Crisis on
looking,
Infinite
Mom.
Earth, Crisis on
We're gonna
Infinite Earth is DC Comics, and yes, they keep beating that dead horse. Nothing will ever touch that. They try to do that with Infinite Crisis and Final Crisis. I've got all that there. We could just do a deep dive of my shelf if that's what you want. But
Oh, we'll do it for Patreon. For Patreon people, we'll do a deep dive of your shelf. How about that?
Comic Corner. I love it. Okay.
Yeah, that's the extra content for Patreon members.
We'll get there. That'll be part of it.
Comics Corner, and it's just 4Ks. I love it.
Yes. All right, Mike, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Mike, does this make sense to you, though? You hear this? Does this seem like this is where they're going with the MCU, or do you think this is more hoopla, boopla, shamana mama?
Keep it on the 4-person shot here, Brian. I got a question for Sean. So this is what my brain was thinking when you started up the rumor mill about the MC universe, Brian. Sounds so convoluted, like the continuity gymnastics, like it's a lot
continuity
to keep
gymnastics
track of, and it's one thing if it's just an Easter egg kind of thing, so I can dig back in and kind of find the reasons for things. But if it feels like it's primarily motivating forces that are all interlocked, then like it starts to feel like homework, honestly. Sean, what I wanted to ask you is, you were talking about the series in the aughts. You said Unlimited, or
the Ultimate Comics. Ultimate.
Sorry,
Ultimate Universe was created. Yeah, Ultimate Universe.
Do you think that they're gearing up to? Do you think I'm not the only person that's having continuity fatigue, and that they're gearing up to do a purge in the cinematic universe at all?
I think they should, just because yes, this has gotten so convoluted, and I think that is also some of the responses and the feedback of why Ahsoka maybe didn't land with a wide audience as people expected, is because you needed to have watched so many other things, and so many things are tying into it. And we, as a fandom, yes, like Marvel Comics and the Marvel Cinematic Universe, we've been going to the movies, watching these properties now for 15 years in the core MCU. Besides that, before that, with the Blade movies and the X-Men movies, and I mean, we've been going to the movies for 20 some odd years in some respect for all this, and to just try and shoehorn it into one thing, I feel like it is too convoluted, and I do think it is gearing up for a reboot. Granted, I think Marvel has also shot themselves in the foot by announcing so many fucking projects up until like 2027, 2028, something like that.
Yeah,
but that's a thing now.
Far away. Yeah, well, like we're gonna have I almost said we're gonna have another 9/11, but like I don't think like what if we're not here in 2028? Like to me, like I think that we are not appreciating what we have, because there's so much that you still have to immerse yourself in to understand it. Secret Wars. Yeah, Secret Wars. The run up to Secret Wars was about 2 to 3 years in building it.
Jeez.
Like there were storylines that built on it, and characters showing up in different universes, and like it pulled from a lot of different Marvel history. And like I wasn't familiar with all of it, but like I had a cursory knowledge, and I looked up the things that I didn't know. But like we're asking fans to do so much heavy lifting. It's
a lot of work.
Yeah, there has to become that. We have to be getting close to that tipping point where it's not going to, the old people are not going to come out. The old fans are not going to come out to it. And the new fans are too turned off because, hey, I didn't grow up with these characters. I didn't grow up with these franchises. It's just not for me. We're
spending too much time making sure that we don't piss off the forums, right? Because you don't want to piss off the forums. Let's court the casuals. Bring the casuals back.
Bring the casuals back.
Yeah,
I say regarding Loki, the first episode was great, right? That second episode, I don't know if it's just because the Kang stuff hit, but they pulled way back on what was happening. I was bored as hell. And it was basically just a continuation of a McDonald's commercial. Yeah, I was really.
High five.
Other way. Oh yeah.
Bummed by it, huh?
My hands are entire body, so I'm gonna break it.
Push me over.
Obviously, there's some stories they're trying to set up.
I mean,
they were setting up later in the season for to go to see for Morbius to see what his life outside was like outside. He's Mobin time.
People were saying that he's the guy, the manager. I've been seeing online that he's the manager at McDonald's. That's actually him in the 80s as a teenager.
No,
I don't think so either. Yeah, that I heard that online too.
So I liked Loki season 2 episode 2. I liked it because it also like did something that was unexpected for all the Marvel shows so far, right? Like I thought we weren't going to see Sylvie and this shit wasn't going to be like figured out until the 6th or 7th episode of this season. And the fact that like they dealt with that right away and it was just a straight continuation of it, like to me it delivered. And I'm excited to see what goes on with that show, but that is off topic. I'm sorry. What?
Also off topic, straight up, Ki Huang, fucking the best. He's the best. He is the fucking best. Oh my god!
I'm like, he's not going to be the villain.
He is amazing on the screen. His charisma is off the charts.
He's so fucking great.
I don't know if everybody noticed that on the doors though that go into where they go to the sacred timeline. It has like the X-Men. People have been talking about that online. Where even parts the same way the doors as the X-Men doors part, like that same kind of half circle type.
They're really pushing for the parallels. Though,
I feel like they're just like Easter eggs like that. But like again, that second episode, there was more about the backstory with the actor, and like I didn't know that was the same guy.
Oh my god! I hate that fucking guy. I hate him. I do not like him at all. He was way better as this actor, like narcissistic fuckwad, than he was as like the TVA G74 or whatever the fuck his name was. But I literally was like, I just want to kick him. I really just want to kick him. But whatever, it is what it is.
They took 20 minutes to say like, oh no, we can't torture him. He won't think that we would ever torture him.
Okay, I will agree. That scene was a little. That was a little.
Yeah, it took up a lot of time.
Whatever, dude. Tom Hiddleston is so fucking great, and so is Owen Wilson. And it was just I don't mind watching them act, even though it was a little bit gratuitous or unnecessary.
I'm happy you guys finally acknowledged that it's a downgrade from episode 1.
Well, yes, from episode 1, yes. Episode 1 was
a great start. Like starting right up, picking right off where they left off before was perfect. I
wanted a little bit more from Sylvie, but I was glad that she was there. So I know that we're gonna move on and move into it.
You just want to. Yeah.
You're right. This is. No, I don't. I hate McDonald's, by the way. Just to be clear, I don't eat fast food, and I definitely don't eat McDonald's. Because Chris, my best friend, and his wife and his children love McDonald's. Well, I mean, I'm sure the children mostly. So like, if I have to like babysit them or be with them, like, and they want McDonald's, I'm like, yes, we will get all the nuggets that you want. Not a problem. And so I have eaten McDonald's very limitedly with the children recently, but before that, I hadn't had McDonald's since high school. So fuck you, Big Mac. I don't want to hear it. Also, Sean's my guy tonight, not you. It's shit's reversed.
Also,
I didn't make the whole series of McDonald's commercials.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm gonna go check in.
You know, if you guys heard the Burger King household.
Oh, I don't eat Burger King either, bro. It's an In-N-Out household. In-N-Out only.
It's a BK right here. So. Yeah, but I don't know if you heard though. Peppy was barking. But Peppy, what's going on over there, man? Like, why are you barking?
Barking.
Oh, I'm in here. I know I smell those snacks are in here somewhere. Let me get around in here, down in this corner. I smell them, guys. You're not fooling anyone. They're in here.
Oh, that's what Peppy was doing over there. He found some snacks apparently somewhere in his bed. I don't know, but yeah, the whole Marvel universe. He fucking loves snacks. He loves his snickety snacks, man.
They have chicken salad at McDonald's?
This has gone down the rabbit hole for sure.
I'm sorry. I'm just shocked. I just thought it was like, poison. I didn't know.
We're going to see being underwritten by McDonald's.
I did like a month ago. I got stuck in tried to turn around and I couldn't.
And then she ended up getting fries.
I got fries for you. I got fries for you, not for me.
And I said, you might as well get some fries while you're there. You're in the, I'd ask for a hash brown.
I was like, I'm trying, we had to do the show. And I was like, I'm literally trying. I pulled in, like, turn around, and someone pulled right behind me, and they wouldn't back up. Yeah. And I was like, just stuck in the fucking goddamn drive-thru.
But that's enough endorsements for McDonald's for tonight.
McDonald's, you suck.
McDonald's, not
friend of the show, enemy of the show.
I always thought Wendy's was the best. The last time I had Wendy's put me down, let me down. It was like really bad chicken sandwich. I was really upset. I used to like Wendy's a lot. What do you do?
Yeah, Wendy's
used to like their breadsticks. Their breadsticks were awesome back in high school days, and they got rid of those things.
Breadsticks?
Yeah, you used to have breadsticks for like 37 cents.
Like
they were gorgeous.
Bar situation, right?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. There was a whole thing.
Fast food.
Oh yeah,
it's not for.
It was great.
I don't know any of them.
Gone are those days.
The only fast food I eat is fucking In-N-Out.
Just like Pizza Hut, right, Sean?
They used to have a whole
bar too.
No,
the all you can eat like pizza bar too. That was awesome. They actually used to be able to sit down at Pizza Hut and actually have a dinner, a meal of food with your family and friends, and celebrate fucking the Hut of Pizza. You do that all the time, but you can't do that anymore. Now the Hut of Pizza is like a little tiny shack and a side thing that's like you barely fucking squeeze your ass in the front door to get your fucking pizza. That's all it is.
You read a book and you get a personal pan pizza for reading books. That's good.
That was
really. That's a thing.
Yeah, that was a whole thing. That was a whole thing.
The book came from him. Yeah.
Like,
I feel like David Banner is having. He admitted that he likes Catwoman, and now he's admitting that he is collecting. I feel like this is your therapy, bro. Like, please come back, give us all of it, David Banner. Thank you.
Open your heart, David Banner. You don't have to always Hulk
tell
out.
Bruce to rein it in. It's a lot.
But the MCU, this is what they're saying where it's going. I don't know if it's true or not. That's all we discussed. I'm liking Loki. As Mike said. Hey Chinchilla, about to eat some pizza. Hey Chinchilla, hell yeah, hey Chinchilla, welcome back, buddy. Tell your friends, your family, your uncles, and your aunts. All those little babies of chinchillas out there.
Who told you? Who told you, hey Chinchilla?
Peppy did. Peppy got on the streets and told him. He told me he was going to get out there and make it happen. And he got him. He got the chinchillas.
I figured it out, guys. I know how to make the fireworks happen.
But we'll see what happens with the MCU. I'm not really sure. There's also something I'm not really sure about. And we've been talking about Chris Pratt all the time doing voiceover and his latest hits coming this coming year. Everybody, because there's it's a cartoon, but it's an animated. It's probably a mixer. Whatever the hell it is. A mixer.
It's an industry mixer.
That's a mixer. It's a Garfield mixer with Samuel L. Jackson and Chris Pratt. But that's coming for everybody. And now leads me to our featured story of the night. Oh, all right, everybody, I want to talk about Garfield because there's a Garfield movie coming, and if you like Garfield, then we're not going to get Bill Murray back anymore. Bill Murray's gone; he's not going to be Garfield. He was a great voice for Garfield, I think. I kind of fell off of those movies, but now they're going to their boy wonder himself, Chris Pratt. I mean, who else can he be? He's Mario. He's a Micronaut coming out. Now he's going to be Garfield. I mean, he's got a lot of different voiceover projects in his back pocket that just keep popping up. Let's just get Chris Pratt to do it. This is coming forward. It's actually coming out next year in February. It's coming out February, so it's in the can. They haven't said what care parts everybody's playing. They said Odie's going to be there, of course. So, and Samuel Jackson is going to be playing his dad, Garfield's dad. We've never seen his dad before, but Sam Jackson will be voicing the father of Garfield, and that's all we really know. They really haven't put anything out for this, but I do know that Hannah Waddingham's in here, where she's fucking awesome.
I love her.
Brett Goldstein's in here too. I fucking love Roy Kent. He's fucking here. Bowen Yang, Nicholas Hoult is also in it. Pat Oswalt, Vin Raines, Cecily Strong. It's got a huge, it's got a huge cast, and and it's been really quiet. But of course, they've probably been working on this because they can animate during the strike. I'm guessing all the voiceover has to be done already, or if they have to do pickups, they can do some pickups before, and that's probably easier than having a whole thing. You can still work on this kind of project. But there's a Garfield movie coming forward with Chris Pratt. I just want to talk about this briefly because we've been joking about how Chris Pratt is doing all the voiceover. Like, who else can you get? I mean, who else can you be? Everywhere. Like, well, you got a new role. Have Chris Pratt get in there. Have Chris Pratt be everybody. Right? What do you think, Sabrina? Do you think Chris Pratt should be Garfield, or do you think they should just got Bill Murray back?
Bill Murray was a very good Garfield, honestly.
It's fucking great.
Actually, that is Garfield. Ironically, is the movie that I got my SAG card on. I had good wardrobe. Nice. I came in to do. It was my first background job aside from a Mariah Carey music video. Which, by the way, I paid people like you. There's like all these agencies that like get you work out here, right? So like I just moved here, and they're like, oh, when you know whatever, it was like $50 a month. So they're like, we have you in a Mariah Carey video, and the way that they packaged it was kind of like a Holly Berry situation. They were like, listen, you're in the video. It's amazing. They picture picked you to hold. Mind you, I was in an audience with like 3,000 other fucking people, and it was like the worst day of my life. That was the first background job I did. Second background job I did was Garfield, and very luckily, I brought a suitcase full of clothes because they're like, bring this, bring that, do all the things, and I'm like, okay, cool. So I showed up, and I had all these clothes, and the AD happened to be walking by, and the wardrobe lady was like, these things would be great for the dog show, and he's like, are you available next Monday through Thursday? I was like, yes. He was like, okay, you're on. He walked away. I showed up on Monday, voucher. Showed up on Tuesday, voucher. Showed up so I wound up going 11 days instead of 4 days, and I got 11 vouchers in a row, and then I joined SAG. It was the luckiest thing that's ever happened to me in my life. So yes, I'm very attached to Bill Murray and Garfield because, you know, he basically ruined my life by making me an actor. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, Chris Pratt needs, he can't be the voice of everything. He can't be Lego guy. He can't be Mario and Garfield. It's like, when does it end, dude? And also, by the way, yeah, well, that's not out yet. So who knows if that's happening.
Yeah.
Also, my dad's going. Oh, sorry. That's on there. Whoopsie. So sorry, Dad. I know you're not watching because you're a douche. Wow, where was I?
Chris Pratt as Garfield.
Thank you. No, I can't. He can't be the voice of everything. He just can't. It's too much. It's too much for one person to handle. And it would be different if he changed his voice up for things, but he doesn't. He does not change things up. He is exactly Chris Pratt in everything he fucking does. So hard no. However, I like him. He's great. Everyone else you mentioned, fucking amazing. I'm all in. But I just
big cast.
I'd like to just no.
I know Bruce Banner said that he did good as Mario. I didn't mind his Mario.
I didn't mind it either, but it's like you can't be the Lego guy and the Mario guy and the Micronaut guy and Garfield all as Chris Pratt. Like, you change it up.
Yeah. His agent's like, you got this. Yep.
Is he? Is he though?
Maybe you need to start going to auditions as Chris Pratt.
That might help.
I have 4 jobs right now, so I'm not going on any auditions. Let's be clear.
So Sean, you're all about this Garfield reboot. You want to see Chris Pratt be the cat? What do you think?
Sign me up. I hate Mondays. Wow. No, I could give 2 shits about this. I don't need to see another Chris Pratt vehicle. Listen, Garfield had his time in the sun for me. I actually, as an adult, have enjoyed Garfield Garfield minus Garfield, whatever that internet strip was. That was hilarious. Just showing how bananas and bonkers Garfield.
What about Heathcliff?
There you go. Where's the justice?
Where's his love?
There you go.
It's totally
justice for Heathcliff.
Postmodern absurdism these days.
Yes, exactly.
Justice for Heathcliff.
Justice for Heathcliff. That's what I want to say. I don't,
Is that Garfield's OnlyFans?
Yeah. This is exactly.
Oh my God.
There's something wrong with this one. I don't know.
Lasagna.
Serious when this is. Yeah, lasagna, Odie. There's a female cat as well. I can't remember her name.
Nermal, and Nermal is a boy.
Nermal.
Nermal's a boy.
Get it, Mike.
Anywho, you can't be mad at the guy. He works hard, and obviously people love him, and he's milking it for all he can get now. And good for him. And he'll just go to some Utah place where he can be a secret mega Christian and fund a bunch of churches. So good for him, I guess. I did find that Battle World picture, by the way. So if you guys want to,
where is it? You got it
right here.
It's right here. I found it.
There you go. There. That's
back up a little. Back up a little.
Wow.
Back up a little bit.
Oh,
okay.
no. Good. He gave you a full shot. Now we can see.
Yeah.
Go forward. There you go. And then over here is all the places where all the Battle World worlds are.
Oh.
That's
a lot. Kind of looks like a butt.
Marvel owns that, by the way. I don't own this. This is not mine. It's a property of Marvel. Don't sue us, Marvel. Please.
Please, Marvel.
Heathcliff. Let's do a Heathcliff versus Garfield movie. Let's do that.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'd be down for that. Get those cats in there.
Yeah.
Should we do a Ziggy movie or at some point? Like if we're just
No,
gonna
Ziggy got
troll
canceled.
through the comic,
Sunday morning
the comic
comics
strip?
right now. Sunday morning
All-Star
comics.
to the rescue.
Man. Yeah.
Mike, are you excited
No one
about
talks
this,
about
Mike? Do you want to see?
He was like sleeping on a house of like the flood was like washing his house away. It was like one of my first art projects when I was like in middle school.
Mike, are you excited about this? You want to see some Garfield coming into your life with Chris Pratt's voice attached to it, or do you think that this is just a bad choice?
Let's see the Ziggy movie, man. I'm with Sabrina. Actually, somebody, why don't you flip your art project into a deck for me, Sabrina? Give me a little presentation. I'll see if I can get that to any backers.
Don't tempt me. I'll go to the garage right now and get my folder.
Usually I'm hating on Chris Pratt, and I would say go back to your villa in Spain, or if Sean's correct, go back to your compound in the lowlands of Utah. But there's a little bit of resonance here between Chris Pratt's voice and the vibe of Garfield. Like he's just got some, I don't know. I do some audio editing. So there's like in that 300 to 500 Hertz range where you sound really boxy and nasal and you're like, oh, Mondays. And Chris Pratt kind of has that in his voice naturally. So I actually see him as a decent choice for this.
No, I think he's a great choice. He's great. He does a great job, but it's like, how many people can you own? Like, how many people can you be the voice of? Like, it's almost like, you know, when you do commercials, you can't do a commercial for State Farm and also for Geico. Like you can't do two commercials. You can't do Burger King and McDonald's. Like, how can you do Lego and fucking Mario and fucking Garfield? I almost said Heathcliff.
Are these competing properties though? These are different. What? So it's
but they're all
it's toys, but it's comics, it's video games. These are different universes.
All animation though. It's all animation. Like you can be the voice of everything.
That's just the medium. That's just the medium.
If you're Chris Pratt, you can, Sabrina.
Penis is not.
I mean, good. I love him. I love him. Like, let's be clear, I love him. Brian knows I love him. I love him as Star-Lord. I think he's amazing. I have no problem. I even like him in Jurassic Park. That last Jurassic Park movie was the worst movie I've ever seen.
He's good in those.
He was great. You know what I mean? Like the movie's awful. He was great. He's great. I love him. I don't think he could do any wrong. I just think it's like oversaturating the market. Like, why don't we you're just our resident fucking star of any animation movie that we ever make in any studio in any fucking context. Like, it's just a lot.
Yeah. Peppy, what do you think about this, Peps? Do you think that he be a good, Chris Pratt be a good Garfield? What are your thoughts on Chris Pratt voicing Garfield? Is that good to you or bad to you? What do you think about this, buddy? I got your take.
Whoa, guys. Talking cats? Nah, that's not for me. No one trusts the talking cat. But since they are doing it, why can't the cat talk for himself? Why does Chris Pratt need to speak for him? Come on, Garfield, speak up. Damn, are you really that lazy you can't just talk for yourself? I don't get cats these days. I don't. Meow, meow, meow. Yeah, rough.
All right, Peps. Yeah, Peps is not sold on it either. So, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it's a good movie. Again, Chris Pratt is doing all of these now, so we're all kind of being like, is it going to be good? Is it Chris Pratt? What else are you going to do? It can be everything, you know? But yeah. I do like his voice. I agree with Mike. He does have, you know, maybe it'll work for this. Maybe I'm not hearing
That's not
something.
my issue. He's great.
Yeah, we said the same thing about Mario, too. And I think it worked for Mario. It's like, you know, but then you're going to have like 5 Garfield movies, 5 Mario movies. You already have a couple Lego movies. You're right. I mean, good for him. I'm not hating the man's career. He's done a great job. He's got a great agent busting his ass for him. But, you know.
Although I did hear like through the whispers on the street that he's like really pushing for the strike to end, and not that people don't want the strike to end, but like also like because you're a bazillionaire and you get paid above scale, none of this affects you. So like because you want to go back to work and make more millions of dollars, that's pretty fucked up. Because what Fran Drescher is working for is for the little person. So like for you to not know that and like not give a fuck about that because you want to go be Heathcliff, Garfield, fucking a dinosaur, a fucking shoe, or whatever the fuck else is that, a micronaut, like whatever. Like that's not fucking cool.
Get back to work, aliens. I want to play Garfield, okay?
Remember Rob Schneider was a stapler on
Rob Schneider is the stapler. Rob Schneider.
I'm just saying that's kind of fucked up. Like I feel like there's a lot of celebrities that are like, can we end this? And it's like none of this affects you. Literally none of this affects you. So like the fact that you want to get back to work when you're not like crew people are really suffering. You're not a crew person. You're rich as fuck. Shut the fuck up and let her do her job. Like just all due respect. Like don't do that. You know, so that kind of annoyed me about him. I do really, I like him. I enjoy him on screen. I think he's a very good actor. I think he's funny. I think he's serious. Like, I think he can do all of the things, which is kind of, rare. But I don't appreciate any celebrity trying to pressure the president of SAG to end a strike when 90% of its members is what she's fighting for. Yeah. You're in the 2%, not even the 10%. You're in the 2%.
Yeah.
So rein it in. Like, fucking go to Utah, do your fucking thing, whatever. Like, just stop.
And don't do Garfield dirty. Don't do it.
In Utah, I don't know.
Didn't you say that? Weren't you the one that said he was in Utah?
Yeah.
Oh, I pull shit out of my ass all the time.
Well, I was referencing what you pulled out of your ass.
No, I understand that. I was trying to confirm. I'm probably wrong. Who knows?
It's canon now.
It's
canon now. You're right. It is canon. It's out there. We're having t-shirts. Chris Pratt's in Utah.
I like that t-shirt.
He's wearing magic underwear. He's like, I'm ready.
Utah. But this is happening. Chris Pratt playing Garfield. Peppy's pissed about it. I don't know if you're excited about it, you're happy about it. It might be a great project, and he wants to get back to work.
I'm sorry, Brian.
Yeah, the kids are gonna get tired and confused of him doing all the animated characters. It's true.
He's like, is that Mario? He's like, no, it's Garfield. No, it's Jungle Man. Like, what?
Yeah, it's a lot. He was. There was a whole rumor about him and Indiana Jones. I saw Queen put that in there. There was a rumor that he was going to take over for Indiana Jones, but then
what?
Yeah,
I'd watch that. I watched the shit out of that.
That was supposed to happen. There was like a rumor before the last movie. It all got.
I'd watch her being Indiana Jones. She should have taken the hat at the end. Fucking Phoebe, fucking Waller. She's amazing. That would have been great.
She could have, but she didn't. That was one of the deleted scenes. That was one of the deleted scenes. They took it out. That she grabbed the hat at the end. They took that out. They didn't do well in test audiences. So
would have been so good.
Yeah. But anyways, everybody, thank you so much for being here on Kruse Control tonight. Happy Hump Day. Thank you so much for joining us on this Hump Day edition. Sabrina's got fireworks for you for being here. Appreciate you as always. Happy Hump Day. Hope you have a great rest of your week. Mike Casey, thank you so much for being here on Kruse Control as always. Love you, see ya. It's so good to have you here. Our intellectual here is just killing it with this punctual fucking word vomit. I don't know, Mike. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, it was fun hanging out with you guys. Thanks for everybody in the chat. It's fun hearing all you guys' opinions.
Great active chat, you guys.
I'm happy to see that A Chinchilla was in the house today. I don't know if there's any other mammals in the high Atacama Desert in Chile, where presumably you live, or at least you have some family members. If you want to let any of them know, go for it. We love all our mammals, or even reptiles if they're around. So we'd love to see you.
Yeah.
Even reptiles if they're around.
You're very welcome here.
Bye,
you very
Queen.
much are.
Love you.
Bye, Queen. Thank you. Sean, thank you for being here on Kruse Control. Appreciate you, man. Hope you have a great rest of your week. Happy Hump Day. And thanks for bringing the knowledge and showing us that Battle World map. That was cool. People appreciate that.
Great pull, Bo.
Yeah,
great pull.
No one needed to see that. Let's be honest.
I love it. I love
Brian.
it.
Thank you, Sabrina. Thank you, Mike. Love hanging out with you all on Wednesdays. Looking forward to it. And see you all next week.
We'll be back again. Sabrina, thank you so much as always. Lovely Sabrina Vittori here on Kruse Control. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone in the chat. You guys are amazing. You make the show what it is. I really appreciate you. Sean, Mike, always a pleasure. Brian, obviously, I love you guys. Mwah.
Everybody out there, you got to please like and subscribe. You got to join our Patreon if you can. I know we say we beat it up, but we're working out. The numbers are going up. And we'll get to that 1,000 before you know. Get to that 1,000,000. People will keep watching and spread the word. The chinchillas are getting the word. Peppy's done a great job there. But everybody's got to tell their friends, their family, their uncles, their aunts, their cousins, their nephews, their grandmas, their grandpas, your great-great-grandma and grandpa who had 2 chinchillas yesterday, but now they have 1,500 of them, and only 2 of them subscribe. Well, you won't subscribe, but they're all out there right now loving the show, because I hear it all the time. They just watch it, they won't subscribe, and the motherfuckers, they need to subscribe. Everybody needs to subscribe. And of course, their grandma and grandpa, they're great people. They have scooters. Those scooters are awesome. They watch the show on their down the street, just scooting by, and they tell their friends, they tell the old postman, who's fucking cool, and sometimes great and slow and awesome, but a baby sometimes, maybe he needs to watch it more often because he hasn't subscribed. He's one of those motherfuckers too, just like watch, don't subscribe. You know, that's all it goes down. Is tell everybody, spread the word. I mean, even those cats out there, maybe the cats even subscribe. I don't fucking know. I've never got cats out there. I haven't shouted those cats out. I mean, Peppy might get mad at me if I shout the cats, but cats subscribe. Donkeys, horses, bears, tigers, cocoons, everything out there. If you're in a cocoon, subscribe while you're sleeping, man. I don't know. Fucking subscribe. But anyways, everybody, I appreciate you as always. It's been a great show. And I'm happy Peppy came back too. Peppy, thank you for being here on Kruse Control. I appreciate you, man, being here. Do doing the hard work out on the street. You're a great man. I love you, Peps. You know, I'm so happy you're here.
Whoa, hold it right there, Brian. I don't know about talking about cats. I don't trust them. All they do is meow, meow, meow. It's not language. But anywho, I'm there for you. And if they float around in the neighborhood, I'll give them a holler and say, hey, check out Kruse Control, 635. Pep Star is over and out.
Thanks, Peps.
He literally exited out of frame. He's like, bye, Felicia. On that. He's like, cats, bye. No, that's where I draw the line.
Draw the line at cats. Pep's not going to do it. Anyways, everybody, have a great rest of your week.
So much fun.
Happy to have you here. And until next time, see ya.